today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute gift bag. It's using 2 pieces of 12 by 12 inch designer series paper. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing for the 2 pieces of designer series paper. You're going to score it at 2 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, and 3 inches on both pieces of designer series paper. Once you've done that, you're going to take a pair of scissors. The 2-inch score mark is the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut on this the 3-inch score line here at the bottom, and you're going to cut to this score line here. So I've already done that here, and then you're going to do it on the other side here. With the second sheet of designer series paper, instead of just cutting in, you're going to cut in and then you're going to cut that entire square off on both sides, here and here. Again, this is your 2-inch score mark up here. So this is what we're going to think of as the bottom. Then what you're going to do is go ahead and fold on your score lines, and you can you'll need to decide which pattern you want as the outside of your gift bag. So I'm just folding on the score lines with my bone folder. And then what will happen is you're going to, that was the 2-inch, this is going to be the outside. So the 2-inch score line is the outside of your bag. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and do those fold marks also on the other piece of designer series paper that we prepared. These little flaps that we've cut on this one are going to be part of the bottom, and you'll see how they'll work in just a moment. Again, this 2-inch there is going to be the outside, so I'm going to just fold it out like this. This is just a piece of scratch cardstock. Obviously it doesn't even match what my designer series paper looks like, but this measures 3 by 6, which is going to be this the same as this base here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of scratch cardstock to reinforce my sack. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it to one of my pieces of designer paper, and it doesn't really matter. And then this piece is going to layer right on top, so it's going to disappear. But again, what it will do is it's going to reinforce the bottom so I can add something a little bit heavier into my gift bag and not worry about it collapsing through. So I'm going to use the Fast Fuse. This is a new product from Stampin' Up, and it's similar to Sticky Strip. And I've been using it on my 3D projects, where, for example, this one I only would have ever used Sticky Strip. I am going to try this with this project, and I've tried it on a couple of others, and it's been pretty good. Alright, so I'm just adhering that then to this piece as I mentioned. And one of the tricks that the directions say with the Fast Fuse is, unlike the mono adhesive where you can just, the snail rather, where you can just adhere and pull up, the Fast Fuse you need to stop the adhesive from rolling, and so you kind of pull up your wrist kind of as if you were doing a check mark. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing with this, so I'm going to just go down and check off. Okay, then I'm going to just adhere this to my bottom base here. Yeah, so that Fast Fuse so far, I've been very, very pleased with it. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up these flaps here. And so the tabs that we've cut are going to then act as the side to adhere the 2 side panels. If you want at this point to choose which side is your front and back, you can do that. But one thing you do want to do is, once you've decided on pulling up the sides, make sure that both of the sides are going to be adhered to these tabs equally. For example, you wouldn't want to adhere this wall and then this wall over here. It's going to make it look kind of strange. Alright, the next thing that you're going to want to do is to pull up the walls, the sides of your bag. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flaps here on this particular side, and actually it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to put adhesive on this tab here, and again I'm going to use the Fast Fuse, and I'm going to do it on the other side. And then I'm going to bring up the wall of my bag, and I'm going to attach it like this. And I'll do that on the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to put adhesive here on this panel and this panel here, and then I'm going to bring it up to create the walls of my bag, the finishing walls. And then with my bone folder, you can just go down on the inside, smooth that out, like that. Okay, then do the same thing to the other side. Again, just kind of smoothing it down and making sure the adhesive is sticking with my bone folder. I've got my little bag constructed here. I've made a template here, and all I've done is I've taken a piece of scratch cardstock and measured the length of the flap, which was the 2 inches, and then I positioned on my scratch piece where I wanted the handles and had it centered. So I kind of just folded it in half and then punched through with a crocodile or a hole punch so that the handle holes will be equal on both sides. And so you can see how that template is made. So I'm going to just take my crocodile here. And the other thing about creating a template is that it's going to be not only in equal distance here on the same side, but I know that when I turn it and do my other side, it's going to be the same as well. And so the ribbon handle will look very symmetrical. Okay. Alright, so I've got my holes here. I'm going to need 2 pieces of ribbon. Each of the pieces of ribbon need to be about 14 inches, and you can always cut off the difference. Alright, so what I've done is I just put a knot at the end of the ribbon, and you don't want the ribbon to come through, so I actually am going to just double knot it here. And then just sew it through from the back to the front so that the knot will be on the inside. And now I'm going to just thread it then through the hole and then double knot it. So this is the finishing touches of the gift bag here. Okay, and you can see how to do that, figure that out for the other side. But I wanted to show you that on the original template that I showed you, I had cut off a 3x3 piece. So this is the gift card for the sample that I made for you. But what happens is that 3x3 piece that you cut off in order to start assembling the bag becomes a great piece for a 3x3 card. So the 3x3 card is 3x6 and scored at 3, and then that then becomes a mat for a little accompanying card. So I hope that you have enjoyed this project. I really loved making these bags. I've made quite a few now. I even created a class, and this is one of the projects. But they're very easy, really fun, a great way to use and coordinate your cardstock on your designer series paper for the theme. So have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and see me again soon. Bye-bye.